What's up, fellas? It's your boy Doc Hell coming to you from the rig with another informative video, man. So, just gonna share with you guys something that happened today to me. It's probably happened to some of you guys out there, but it happened today to me, and I just wanted to share with you guys so you guys watch these videos. There's something that maybe you guys can prevent. But honestly, I don't even see how to prevent what happened to me. I don't see how to prevent that because, you know. So, okay, guys. So we all know that we're truck drivers, and our job is to sign BOLs. And once we sign that bill of lading, that's our freight until we deliver it. We're responsible. You know, we're responsible for seals, and on top, and we're also supposed to be responsible for how many pallets go on the trailer. Okay? But now, and I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I don't even do that, honestly. You know how it is. Dry van reefer, you know, we bump the dock, we go check in, we get in the door, and we just wait. They bring us paperwork, we leave. I mean, maybe when you first start trucking, you'll go back there and you'll count every pallet and all that stuff because you got that zeal of the truck driver in you. But man, after a couple years, you know, you don't do that. You know, let's be real. Who does that? I mean, you back up to the dock, they load you up, you get your bills, and you ride. We don't sit there counting pallets. Now, there might be guys that actually still do that. I mean, I don't really do that. So anyway, so this load I picked up this load in Bedford, Massachusetts. Picked it up on Friday morning. And they had two deliveries, two stops, Orlando and Tampa. Now, here's the funny thing. So the first stop, they got it listed for Orlando, and then the second stop for Tampa. Problem is that Orlando says 8 to 3 p.m., first come, first serve. You know how that is. You can get there and be 2-3 trucks, be there for a couple hours. Then the second stop, which is Tampa, says 8 to 12 noon, first come, first serve. So if you guys ever been in Central Florida, I live here, you know, you can know that to get from Orlando to Tampa, it can take you hours, 2-3 hours with traffic on the I-4. So whatever. So me, I have experience. I'm not a rookie. So what I do, I called dispatch this morning. I said, hey, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and deliver Tampa first because, you know, it makes sense. So what I was explaining to dispatch is that why am I gonna go to Orlando to drop off these pallets and then fuck around and I'm there for a couple of hours and then I don't make it to the Tampa delivery. Now I gotta come back to park the truck to go back to Tampa tomorrow, which is like an hour and a half away from where I parked my truck, or me sleeping in the truck all day on my home time because I didn't make an appointment. When Orlando is till 3 o'clock, it should have been vice versa. Tampa should have been the first stop, and Orlando should have been the second stop. But whatever. I told dispatch about that. They said that's fine. And I'm not gonna lie, I overthought the fact that, you know, sometimes when they load your loads like that, you know, the Tampa stuff was in the back of the trailer, Orlando's in the front. But whatever. I went to the Tampa first. I made the decision to go to Tampa first because I don't want to get stuck with the load. So whatever, boom, I get to Tampa. I explained to the guys, look, you know, they loaded your guys up for a second stop, but you guys only take till noon, till 12 o'clock, and Orlando's till 3. So I wanted to make sure that I can do both deliveries in one day because Orlando can get hectic. And they're like, no, they understand because they're from me, so they know. They're like, that's not a problem. Orlando's only 4 pallets. You know, they're like, we'll just remove the 4 pallets, we'll load it back up. No problem there. So I'm there in Tampa. They unload the trailer. They call me up there. They got the Orlando stuff and the Tampa stuff off the trailer. And they're holding the Orlando stuff hostage and the bills hostage because they were short 2 pallets. So I'm like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want write it on the bills? And he's like, oh no, we need to claim them. The problem here is that, you know, that's not my job. I mean, I'm a driver, but whatever, anyway. He's telling me, and he's right in the sense, I'm the driver, it's my responsibility to count the pallets. But I said to him, this place I picked up in Bedford, Massachusetts, we didn't even check in inside. We got there, through a little intercom, they told you the door to go to, they come out to your truck, they get the information and the paperwork, they bring it to your truck, that's it. So this truck was loaded, we can't even go in the warehouse. So I told him, how am I supposed to count stuff? And then when they come bring you the papers, we gotta pull up and they seal it. So how am I supposed to count pallets? And I explained to the guy, you're right in the sense that it is our responsibility. But sometimes we're not allowed in the warehouse. In this situation, I wasn't allowed in the warehouse. I said, look, we got to do something because the whole reason I came here first is so I can make both appointments because I'm on home time and you guys are going to delay me now to Orlando. I need that freight back in the truck and I need my paperwork signed. You got to figure that out with the shipper. I mean, you work for the same company that shipped from Massachusetts. Just call them and deal with them. You know, I did my job. I brought the freight. If it's short, that's what can I do about that? There's nothing I can do. So it was this big old mess. You know, they didn't want to load up the freight. They were holding it hostage. So I told them, you know what, they keep it. I was gonna leave. Me, I don't play that shit. Your boy Dark Head does not play that shit. No one's gonna fucking fuck with me like that. I say, listen, the load is going to your same company in Orlando. If you want, you know what? Don't worry about it. Keep it. I'm gonna lock my doors and I'm pulling out of here. You're not gonna hold me. You can hold your freight hostage, but you ain't holding me hostage over here. So I was like, you know what? Go ahead and keep it. You don't want to sign. Because I already had called dispatch. You know, I kept my cool at first. I called dispatch. Dispatch told me, well, just tell them to write on the bills. I explained that to them. They didn't want that. They wanted a claim number. My dispatcher cannot get a hold of the broker, and I tried to call the broker myself. I actually called Bedford over there, Bedford, Massachusetts, to the shipper. Couldn't get a hold of nobody to see if I can resolve it, but I couldn't. Then finally the broker tells my dispatcher, just tell them to write it on the bill and then they'll deal with it. But that wasn't enough for them. That wasn't enough for them. So I made a decision. I'm like, you know what? Y'all keep y'all freight and you figure it out. I did my job. It's not my fault. You guys are the ones that don't want to load the freight to Orlando up. So I'm going home. You guys keep it free because it's your company. You don't want to load it, I can't force you. That's your stuff. But you can't force me to stay here because I'm on an operator. This is my truck. I'm out. When they saw that shit was getting real, that your boy Kill was going to leave, they loaded the shit back on the trailer. You know what I'm saying? There was a big old argument over there because they're claiming that it was my responsibility to count the pallets, and it is. It literally, technically is our responsibility to know what is how much and what is on our freight. Like I said, in this situation, especially now with COVID, I wasn't able to do that. But anyway, the whole thing is, guys, from now on, if you guys got to stop, they got multiple stops. The whole point of the video is, ask the shippers, is everything complete? If there's any shortage, they need to write it on your bills to avoid you a headache like what I went through today. At least me, I've been trucking for 7.5 years, and this is the first time that this actually happened to me, where I had 2 stops and one of them was short, and then this whole issue happened. So just an informative video. If it happens to one of you guys, just make sure if you're in a shipper, you got more than 1 stops, 2, 3, 4 stops. Make sure that you ask the shipper if everything's complete. If not, they need to run the bill to avoid a headache. But anyway, that's what it is. But they ended up putting the freight on my trailer, and I'm rolling to Orlando. I'm gonna make the Orlando delivery, and then your boy Darkel is going home because you already know what's happening. Tomorrow we're taking the Classic to get some work done. As you guys already know, if you see my videos, I'm installing some 90s that I bought and some hood stuff going on there. And gonna do an oil change of the Classic as well. Gonna change that alternator. So we got stuff coming, but this video is mainly just an informative video to let you guys know if you end up in a situation like this. I'm not gonna lie, your boy, I did lose my cool because the guy in the warehouse was being an asshole. He was being a straight up asshole. Like I get it, I get his point, but sometimes there's people that don't know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk down to you like you're a piece of shit. And if you do that to me, then I'm gonna talk down to you like you're a piece of shit. That's it. I do unto others, you do to me. If you treat me with disrespect, then I'm not gonna respect you either. So your boy Darkel did get nasty with them over there, and I literally told them to fuck themselves. I said, keep your fucking freight. I'm leaving. I'm going home. I'm going home. Keep your freight. I don't care. Listen, that's one thing. These people, and a lot of times these warehouse guys, they're miserable people. They're probably getting paid pennies. They know we're making money, and they try to fucking make our jobs hard. That's just how some people are. So, I try to be patient with them, but this guy was being a real dickhead, so I had to be an ass to him. But that's what's going on. So if you guys want to avoid a headache like that, you got multiple stops, make sure all your freight is on your truck. If not, you might have an issue like what I had. That's what it is, guys. If you like the video, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. It's all good. It's all love. And stay tuned because there's more videos coming for the upgrades and the Classic. Peace.